special collection vehicles, like these, which have separate compartments for each different material that we collect from your recycling boxes. Residents are asked to separate their waste for recycling into the different boxes, and then the crew come along and they have to separate it again into the correct compartment on the lorry. Here at the bulking station, the materials are unloaded into individual bays before being prepared for transportation to the recycling factories. Let's take a look inside. So here we have our huge paper mountain. It's only taken 3 days for us to collect this amount of paper. Each month we can collect over 300 tonnes of newspapers, magazines, paper. That's from householders and from recycling banks. When you consider it takes 15 trees to make just 1 tonne of paper, we're potentially saving over 4,500 trees every month. This paper will be collected and taken to Aylesford in Kent to a huge paper mill where it will be recycled into new newsprint. Did you know it only takes 7 days for a newspaper to be recycled into a new one? All of the glass bottles and jars that are collected in your green curbside recycling boxes will be brought here to the bulking station. It will then be transported to Avonmouth where, by using special lasers, they will be able to separate the glass into the different colours. Once separated, it can then be sent to various factories throughout the UK to be made into new glass bottles and jars. Did you know that if you recycle just one of these glass jars, you will save enough energy to power a television for 1.5 hours? So here you can see all of the aluminium cans and aerosols that we have collected through the black curbside recycling box. Once they're here at the bulking station, we have to separate the aluminium cans from the steel cans, and we do this using a huge can sorting machine. With the magnetic belt inside, it can separate the two materials, and then it crushes them and we can put them into bales, which makes it easy for transporting. The aluminium cans will be taken to Warrington, where they will be melted down and made into just simply new aluminium cans. The steel cans will be sent to Port Talbot, and they will also be melted down and used to make new food and drink cans. Here we have the plastic bottles that have been collected in your green recycling box. As you can see, we have a mixture of plastics. We have coloured plastic, we have cloudy plastic, and we have clear plastic. These will be squashed using large compacting machines and put into bales so they are much easier to transport. They'll then be taken to a factory in Wigan where they'll be shredded and put into tiny pieces and sold to companies to make new products such as new drinks bottles. You may not believe it, but my fleece jacket here was actually made from 25 plastic bottles. Amazing! When you take a look around this bulking station, you can see the huge piles of materials that have been collected from householders across the district for recycling. If we hadn't have separated this waste to be recycled, it would have all been sent to the local landfill site, which could be full in about 8 or 9 years' time. When you bury things in landfill, they can take hundreds and hundreds of years to disappear or break down. For example, this cloudy plastic bottle could take up to 500 years before it disappears in the landfill site. Not only are you saving space in the landfill, but you're also saving raw materials that would have been needed to have made this new plastic bottle if we hadn't have recycled it. So, next time you throw something in the bin, make sure you're throwing it in the right one and think about your impact on the environment.